first of all, I just adore you. And I am a huge proponent of energy and spirituality and connecting with people, even as through Zoom. And I remember it was like a month after I lost my mom, and I had signed up for ASA, and you and I had I think it was a one-on-one, but I think Masal was in
Misal. Yeah.
Masai was in the video chat. Well, I was at McDonald's on their Wi-Fi, like, and you guys just, let me tell my story a little bit. And I just felt like we connected on that day. I think I might have got a little teary in McDonald's, but keep in mind, it was all around the time my mom passed. So don't judge me too harshly.
Yeah. No judgment.
But just from there, I felt like I could reach out to you, or that you were in my corner. And then when Rob announced the opportunity to come to Florida, I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know how I was going to finance it. I didn't know how I was going to, any of those things, get the days off from work, but I just knew I had to be there. And then I remember seeing you at a table across the way and just like, okay, let's try to maintain our professionalism here. But I was like, yeah. So, so that's where, like really we got to connect in person. And I just feel like I feel like, that anything you ask of me, I'd be happy to do for you, since we met that day and had such a great first in-person meeting. So, my advice for anyone thinking about ASA is, yes, do all the things with ASA, but also make the commitment to getting in the room with these people you're speaking to virtually, because that's where real human stuff happens, when you can look someone in their eyes and speak to them, and they can get a feel for what you're trying to do. So that was a transformational event for me, meeting you at Rob's event last spring. That conference was transformational for me in a lot of ways. And so, yes, like I said, I had been with ASA for a minute, but that the event was important. And I am telling you this again because I don't know if there's anybody else seeing this that feels that way. Sometimes you don't know how you're going to make things happen. I borrowed money from a friend to get down there, and borrowed money from another friend for the hotel room, and had a little bit of savings left for a rental car and all of those things, but I just knew I had to be there, right? So here we are, almost a year later. What is it, like 9 months now? I've completed ASA. My book is published. I've had my first TED Talk. I'm on the roll to doing all the things as a professional speaker. And so, I just want to encourage anybody else watching, but also let them know that Amy is the real deal. And if you're looking for authenticity, then this is the place to be. If you're looking just for mechanical stuff, where it's just a webinar where you don't connect with real people, then maybe this isn't the best place for you. So no matter whether I'm speaking or wherever you are, wherever I am, I feel like we'll always have that be able to text each other if something is going on, and be in support of each other. So from the moment I met you, I'm like, oh no, we're friends. Like, you don't even have to, yeah, we're gonna be friends, and you just roll with it, Amy. But anyway, I was telling you the story, whether you like it or not, we're gonna be telling you the story about how I came across you and Rob. It was pandemic. I was sitting in my Volkswagen near the river here in DC. I was in my car a lot because you couldn't be around people, and I had my phone, and I was contemplating my life, and I had this dream in me to speak and write a book and all that stuff. And so I see Rob talking to you, and you're talking about the things that you had done in a year, and you had done this insane amount of talks and podcasts, and the way to do things, and how virtual world came into it now that we're in the pandemic, and how you could still generate revenue, and something about how much money you had earned that year. And I just remember looking at this, and not so much Rob's cool, but you're a lot easier on. And I remember you thinking, yes, 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 if this girl can do it, I can do it. And your energy just bursted through my phone. I remember that. I remember the first time I did talk to you in McDonald's on my laptop, I was like, hey, your energy is infectious. Like, it makes sense that you're teaching people about being happy, because I can tell that you live it from the inside out. And so ever since then, like, I do appropriately text you. I know sometimes I just want to text you anyway, but I'm like, no, that's not appropriate. Keep it in the confines of what I'm doing in my business, not like, hey, what are you eating? So like, I feel like we've been friends since I saw you that day in my Volkswagen at the river, and this has been a wonderful journey, and a published book and a TED Talk later, and you're just amazing. And so I love you, and thank you very much.